head chef and owner at Leaf Organics. He's going to be reopening his flagship restaurant, and he's included some cooked foods as well as fermented foods, particularly kombucha. So what led you to become a raw food chef in the first place?
Well, I discovered raw foods about 15 years ago. I was doing consciousness workshops in New York City, and the leaders of the workshops were into raw foods because they felt it made it clearer, more conscious, and I fell in love with it. It was like, oh my God, this is the food of the gods. And I started making it for myself, and I started making it for friends and workshops, and eventually I started doing it in restaurants. To me, it just makes so much sense. I mean, eating food in its natural state, unprocessed, unadulterated, no chemicals, just clean, pure food the way nature intended it, makes a lot of sense.
I have a true confession. I've been a little afraid of raw foods. I guess I'm nervous there's a lot of preparation, or I don't have the right tools. It's kind of an irrational fear.
I actually start my book and my DVD with 3 confessions. And the first one is that raw foods is really easy to make. If you can push a button on the blender, you're a raw food chef. I mean, really, it's so easy, it's unbelievable. And a lot of people are like you, they're afraid, they think it's kind of esoteric, it's going to be very time consuming, maybe expensive, all that. It's none of those things. It's very easy to make, you can do it for a very reasonable cost. It doesn't have to take a lot of your time, especially if you're organized. And it's absolutely delicious to make you feel great. So there's really not a lot of reasons not to do it if you really know that. When I discovered 15 years ago about raw foods, there were no books out. Now there's like a lot of them, but a lot of them are still, they're kind of geared toward making very fancy dishes, kind of all these esoteric ingredients and everything. So I'm like, no, this food is for everybody. A lot of America needs this. So I made it really for everybody.
So tell us a little bit more about how the fermented foods help support a vegan lifestyle.
Well, sure. I mean, actually, it helps support any kind of lifestyle. No matter what you're doing, fermented foods are going to help. Actually, if you're eating mostly cooked foods, then you especially need fermented foods. Partly because fermented foods are full of friendly bacteria, enzymes, all the probiotics, the microorganisms that are so important for our body's health. A good part of our digestive system is actually made up of these probiotics. People don't realize that actually a good part of my body is made up of foreign organisms that are not me. They work symbiotically with my body, but they're not me.
How's the kombucha?
Wow, it's gorgeous. Yeah, my taste buds are smiling.
And you can feel it when you eat these probiotic foods. You feel the energy immediately. It's like power. It's like zing, incredible. I think that people are going to turn more and more to probiotic foods. Coffee is fermented. Chocolate is fermented. Bread is fermented. Beer is fermented. Wine is fermented. There's a lot of basic foods that we don't really think about in that way, but they are fermented. And when you actually stop cooking them to death after the fermentation, then you're going to get all the benefits of the fermentation. Kombucha especially, I like it because it does give me a lift.
What is that you're trying?
Kombucha.
I drink a little bit of kombucha and then I feel like zing, I'm just right back on it. And it's almost instantaneous. That's the thing I find with probiotic foods is that the beneficial effect is almost instantaneous. And it just tastes so good.
How's the kombucha?
Addicting. You know what? A little addicting. You can't get enough of this. You can drink this all day long.
It's a naturally carbonated drink.
Nature's soda pop.
Yeah, that's actually a natural process in nature. We're not making this one up.